Do you know why cats lay on computers? Tell me why. So they can keep an eye on the mouse. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, that was pretty good. Pretty good.
Stop the ports! ARTHEO!
Welcome back to another Shrine Breaker game. These are the runes I'm running and the build that I'm running for this game. Enjoy the video.
Your towers will splinter like rotten teeth.
So I'm playing against Jace, but the one thing you'll notice is, why am I running these runes? Jace is not a tank, so the first thing first is I'm going to be building 80 this game. And for these runes, I call this like the God of War runes, as I showed you. So basically what that is, the God of War runes is using Triumph and Last Stand. Those are kind of like, Precision runes are kind of like considered war runes. So that's why I gave it that name. And Resolve is basically, you know, Volibear being an unkillable god that he is. Give him, you know, healing and all kinds of stuff that makes him, you know, a beast, tanky. But basically in this matchup, it's kind of hard to reach Jace. So the first item that I'm going to be building is Titanic. Titanic gives you like a shockwave, so you'll be able to hit the wave and deal that AoE damage. I see Diana pulling up. So I awarded that spot for a specific reason, so I know she's going to be in the area. So I want to be able to push this wave and then prepare for that. But basically the AoE from your passive and Titanic going to allow you to reach the target from a distance. And then when you do get a hold of them with Q and W, because you're less likely to land your E on a champion that's kiting you and keeping your distance. So Q and W are like the main source of damage. That's why we want to go 80. Alright, I'm sitting here waiting for Diana. So you notice right away she wards, so I ended up queuing the ward instead of her, so it's just unlucky. Smart move by her, which is fine. We're gonna go ahead and clear this and then just head back for item. But basically, the AD build, the God of War, I usually go into non-tanks. And then when there's tank or tankier champions, I tend to go AP route, which is my other set of runes, which is called the God of Storm. I use Celerity and Gathering Storm. So basically it's all about having speed and scaling towards the late game. And the reason why I don't go 80 into tanks is because they tend to build armor, or like plated steel caps or tabbies or whatever you call them. And the Titanic isn't really good into that. So you're better off going Riftmaker instead of Titanic into those type matchups. So that's generally my two rune pages and two build situations for certain type matchups. And what's nice about the Titanic route, AD route, is you can choose to put more points in Q or W. So in this situation, I'm against Jace. So anytime you're against more of a range type champion, you want to go more of a max Q route, few points in W. But if you verse a little bit more of a fighter, a champion that you can get a hold of, no problem, then you can put a lot more points in W. Generally how I do it. The Echo pulling up, so we might be able to go for a dive here. Blows his flash. He goes in, allowing me to have that W2. I didn't need it. Oh my god. Trundamir's messing here. Yeah. And this guy, by the way, at the beginning of the game, I don't know if you all saw, but the chat was behind my camera, really, at the start of the game. But basically, at the start of the game, he was like, "Is that the ARTHEO?" It's like, people are starting to, become familiar with who I am, probably from YouTube. But I thought it was funny, because, like, this is, like, my first game in a while. And I gotta say, it's nice to switch up the theme. Oh, there you go. I'll give him the middle finger. Letting that Trunamir know. Because I'm pretty sure he's a fan and he's probably going to watch this video. No hate or anything. It's all love. It's all fun and games. Diana's making her way over to the grubs. So I know about that. I'm not going to overextend. Just going to wait for all that to blow over. My jungler is going to dragon, so just, play it cool. One of the main reasons why I built Titanic or Riftmaker first item is because those are the two items that deals the most damage on Volibear. And it gives him the best wave clear, the best 1v1s, and you deal quite a bit of damage to the tower with it. So when you take the Iron Pot or Sorcery Pot, both of those help you deal extra damage to the tower. So like with Demolish, Iron Pot, and Titanic, Hullbreaker, they all scale together. And Sorcery Pot is really good with the AP build, which means you're going to deal extra damage to your tower, 2 damage to your target. So that's why I generally go that route. And Riftmaker is just a good item into tanks. Titanic's really good into non-tanks, squishy targets. And you can deal a lot in a combo with the Q and W with the active. But the main reason is because both of those items scale with health. In Volibear's ult, you gain HP. So during those, 12 seconds during that time, Volibear is going to deal a lot more damage because of that HP you gain. We're also running Overgrowth. So over the course of the game, that's going to get bigger for those items. And that's why I do it. So I go Titanic, Hullbreaker. And if I'm going to, the other route, I'll go Riftmaker, Hullbreaker. Same build. And then the rest of the build is just, AD. And the one thing that I do go, I always go Iceborne. Every single game on both builds, AD or AP. Iceborne has so much value on Volibear. So I took advantage here to collect place. I don't know where Jace went. I think he went back. I have Titanic now. You guys are about to see shit go down. This item right here is massive on Volibear. Extremely excited that I have it. He doesn't have item yet, which is really good. And pay attention to the combo. Pay attention to the wave clear. All that stuff matters. The reason why wave clear is so important is because at critical moments, you got to be able to push a wave ASAP, move on to the next wave that's flying in, kill it, so you can have a much bigger, healthier wave. The moment that wave does damage to your wave, the less of a wave you're going to have up to the tower. That's why you want that. And I always go Ignite Ghost, because I ain't out here to play around. I'm out here to execute targets and, bounce one target to another and go on a killing spree. I don't need flash. I'm gonna run your ass down. I don't need to teleport anywhere. I don't need to do none of that. So Diana's down there, so I might as well take up this buff. And what this does, when you take this buff, you're gonna be able to apply a slow to the target. So when you get like a ranged champion like Jace, you're gonna be able to slow him down and execute him. But not only will you get burn damage plus ignite, you're guaranteed to kill him. You get the slow. The slow is the biggest thing. It's like having an Iceborne. Alright, he's probably gonna run around. I got my ghost to keep chasing him. So he flashed, but it's not enough for him. It's a little difficult because I don't have boots, but he doesn't have anything. I should be able to stomp. There we go. That slow really makes a difference. Imagine if I had Swifties. If I had Swifties, that guy ain't getting away. Which I'm gonna buy next. Oh, I missed the canyon. That's unlucky. Alright, so Diana's, she's pissed. She's pissed that I took the buff. I know she's here. I'm not going to bother to, you know, take the tower. I'm just going to go back, get my Swifties. Look at this map. God damn. Feels like I'm in Candyland.
This place has been tamed. I will untame it.
Try to sneak up on him. Still got the red buff. Watch the Titanic damage. Walk ahead. Stay on top of him. W. Where's he going? God damn. Should be able to take this whole tower, I think. And the nice thing about Titanic is you don't have to waste as much mana. That's why I have Triumph. I don't need Presence of Mind when I got something that can just clear the entire wave by itself with my autos. My Lightning Chain plus Titanic, Shockwave, and the active on it will clear the entire wave. I don't have to use my Q, I don't have to use my W. I can if I want to clear fast. But I could use my E to protect myself, but I don't really need... Like I said, I can only use my abilities if I really want to clear and get the fuck out, right? So that's why it works so well. A lot of people underestimate that. They think, oh, Titanic doesn't have the ability haste. Well, like, Jesus Christ, like, Volibear's, yeah, ability haste is good on him, but so is on hit. That's the one thing people forget about is Volibear's passive. He's on hit. So when you play AD, you know, you gotta have something like Titanic, for sure. Drop the ult so I can get the slow. Not necessarily have to damage him. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. You see trying to mirror pulling up. Doesn't matter, I don't give a shit. Got him. There he is, trying to mirror. He's probably gonna push in and try to get this tower. I'm gonna go back real quick. Get some items. Should be able to make it back. Hullbreaker's next. Ooh, I got Moonplate, even more movement speed. Swifties, Moonplate, I should be able to make it back, no problem. I'm gonna kill his ass. Gotta be patient. So I see Diana's red buff gonna spawn soon. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye out. Everybody's busy, our dragon.
We are all blood of the wild.
He ain't going nowhere. This is why Ghost is so good on Volibear. And I love Ghost because, like, they usually send, you know, the entire Avengers to your lane. This game, not so much, but they usually do. And if I have Ghost, I can get the hell out of there. Especially with the Q max. And I'm maxing out Q soon. You always want to pick this up, and the jungler should always give this to the volibear. When you see a volibear top lane, please give it to him. He's gonna break those towers down better than you can. Unless you're playing a champion that can actually mow down towers. But most of the time the junglers, they don't even do it. They waste it, you know? They don't understand how to utilize it. Got the hullbreaker. We're ready to go. We can end the game anytime now if we wanted to. But I'm going to take my sweet ass time. I'm going to get one tower at a time. Because that's what we do with the Shrine Breaker playstyle. I want to collect those towers.
What happens when old wounds heal? The ground is falling blood.
So the third item I'm going for is Blood Mail. Now, Volibear got a buff on his W, which is massive. And Blood Mail, basically, the lower you are, the more damage you get. And you notice in my runes, I got Last Stand. Last Stand, Blood Mail go so well together. So between your W heal, your E shield, Last Stand giving you bonus damage, Blood Mail giving you bonus damage, Triumph keeping you in the game when you execute a target, or your ally, if your ally takes down the target. Oh, alright. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. As long as we get one. I probably could have outplayed that if Jace didn't show up. Oh. Oh. Team's putting in the work. Alright, so I'm thinking about going... You look at the map, you see which enemy buff is spawning soon. Blue buff, so that's where I want to go. I want to try to make a play there. And then probably use the rift for bot lane tower. And then swing it over to the top lane tower. So that's my thought process, my game plan. I'm just going to wait here in this bush. I don't know where Diana is. There she is. I think Jace wooded it when I looked over or something. Either that or he shot his ability in. But I think Diana's... She's here. I will be able to make a play here. I always love to do this. Alright, we should be able to take Big A. I call him Big A. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I just call him Big A. Big asshole. Oh, no more roses, huh? Just automatic. Okay, that's new. Alright, so you want to take as much monsters and minions as you can for Overgrowth. Overgrowth works in the jungle and it works in the side lanes. So the more of that you get, the more HP you get. You see we got 193, also got health scaling runes and the rune shards. I got that. We got a ton of health. Looking to make a play here. Another Trunamere is going to go all in here. Get the, not quite get the slow, but damn, look at that damage. Alright, we'll take it slow here. Yeah, Rift is about to expire, so I'm going to use it here. Sticking to the game plan. I didn't need to use the ref on this, so I'm gonna take the top tower out with this. And honestly, I don't know if we have enough or not. But sometimes you can take the inhibitor and then, you know, crash it into the Nexus towers and do the bear special. Probably end up dying if I did that. I kind of like this play better. I get the red buff. Take everything.
Legendary. Shut down.
Alright, we're gonna head back. Tournament's pushing mid. I want to be able to slow that down. We got Blood Mail, the big item. And then go into Iceborne. And then last item, Steel Axe. But situationally, sometimes I'll go for Thorn Mail or Spirit, depending on the game. Usually, if there's Life Steal, Bladed or Rune King, I'll go Thorn Mail. But, you know, I'm 8-2. Nothing to worry about. I could have dodged that and then continue chasing, but we're good. I'm going to try to loop around here and see if I can get Diana. Oh, she's already in the fight. Got her ult. Remember, we got Blood Mail. So deal more damage. that trying to be. Alright, there you have it. They surrendered. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out this very next video, and I'll see you next time.